One thing I've really been dying to find out since getting the iPhone 14 Pro Max is just how useful is this dynamic island, because obviously this is the newest feature on the iPhone 14 Pro models, and Apple made it look very cool in their initial presentation. And after spending one full day with the phone, there are a couple of useful situations where this kind of comes in handy, and I'm going to show you guys this right now. So the first one is, now let's say I'm playing this song, right? And the cool thing is when you swipe up, it goes into that dynamic island. And so the first way that this is kind of useful is it makes it very easy to get back to this without doing the down swipe or actually going back into the app. So there's two things you can do. You can either tap it like this and it'll bring you directly back into the music app, or you can actually do a long press on it and you'll get some controls that come up as well. And to kind of showcase the difference here, I'm going to show you guys my iPhone 10. If I were to do the same thing on this phone, okay, I'm playing a song right now, all right, but then I swipe up, the control is gone, right? So you don't have a dynamic island on this phone, and the only way to get back to it is to either go back to the app, or you need to do the swipe down to get the controls for the music player. So that is kind of a minor inconvenience. It's not that big of a deal, but that's the first thing I noticed when it comes to having the dynamic island giving you some useful functionality, okay? And the other thing that I noticed that it helps with is when you have a timer going. So if I put on a timer, set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Counting down.
Okay, so you see it light up there. It gives you the controls, brings you to the timer app if you click on it, but then if you swipe up, now you got two things going on up there in the dynamic island. And if I do this on the iPhone 10, watch what's the difference. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Okay, so the timer's set, right? We go back to our home screen. You can't see this timer at all. And I think that's super annoying when you set one of these timers. It's just kind of one of those things. It's another inconvenience, right? And versus the new iPhone 14 Pro, you can just go ahead and do a quick press right there and see it. And on this phone, the only way to see it is to do that swipe down, just like with the music app. So again, it's not a huge inconvenience, but it is one extra step that you need to take in order to see what's going on with your device. And to top it all off, obviously the 14 Pro Max and the 14 Pro models have the new feature where you have the always on display, and you can still see these activities going on, versus on any older model you're going to have to unlock the phone to see what's happening. So it is just a couple of little quality life upgrades that, you know, if you don't have it, you're not going to miss it, but once you have it, it is kind of nice to have, I have to admit.